Hello, my name is Graham Block. We're here in the media room with our friend Richard Hutchins, who's come visiting from Grand Rapids.
Hello.
Hi, Richard.
Yes, thank you for having me.
How are you feeling today?
Feeling a little weird, but couldn't be better.
Could be better.
Yeah.
A little bit of RL in the
Oh, yeah.
Rocket League in the...
I'm just going to put it out there. I think we might be the best Rocket League players out on the market today.
Yeah. We're gold division, but...
That doesn't really reflect our play, I don't think.
No, it never does. The points definitely don't reflect our play.
No.
Yeah.
Someone called me useless today.
Yeah. Do you feel that's true to the point of how you are?
I wholeheartedly disagree. I think there's a better player on the team, and it isn't me, but that's okay.
Do you agree with the statement that you got carried in a couple of the games today?
A couple of the games, I do agree. But as a whole, especially that game that he was talking about, no, I don't agree.
Yeah.
That
That was a specific case that was not true at all, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
People just get a little mad.
Mm-hmm. So you're visiting from Grand Rapids, and you're very new to the Detroit area.
Yes, that is correct.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm on a lie detector test.
Yeah. What is your impression of the Warren area so far, Warren, Michigan?
Well, it's pretty nice. Every home I've been in, being yours and your parents, has been pretty nice, well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Good bones.
Can I get a compare and contrast, like Venn diagram style, with Grand Rapids and Detroit, Michigan?
Are you taking that Venn diagram from a podcast we listened to earlier?
Definitely not. If I was saying pie chart, I think I would have.
Beer, Grand Rapids. Busy.
Are you saying Detroit doesn't have good beer?
Not that I've seen, but I guess I haven't seen much.
Okay.
Do you disagree with that?
I think it has good beer. I mean, we got I'm not really an authority on it, I guess, now that I'm getting into it, but
Yeah, you're more of a whiskey guy.
I am a whiskey guy.
Yeah.
So
I kind of don't like this angle we have here.
it's true. We can adjust it.
We have both microphones basically between us. You're like the guy from Home Improvement to me, where I can only see your eyes.
Do you watch a lot of Home Improvement as a child?
I did as a kid, and that guy was my favorite character by far.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
I don't know. I only watched that show in like passing with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Did you? Were you a Tim Allen fan, or is he just kind of?
I like Tim Allen. I like Santa Claus. Claus movies.
Would you agree with the later Santa Claus 2 and 3? Do you think they fell off, or do you think they stayed rock solid?
I think with 2 they stayed solid enough. Maybe a little bit of a downturn, but then with 3 it went pretty far down. It's hard to be one. It's hard to be one in any movie series.
Yeah, they tackled a couple topics that are kind of very dystopian. Like with the plastic Santa that he pretty much created another human being out of plastic, and then he himself got kicked out of
his own kingdom.
Yeah, you could say it's almost like a Blade Runner-esque inspired movie.
We probably shouldn't talk about Blade Runner too much yet.
It's true. I could talk about it for hours. Okay. Well, is there anything else that is what do you do, Richard? What do you do for work?
I'm a software developer, auto owners insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a tech office in Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm based. It's a wonderful time.
Do you you're doing the ASCII arts, and you're putting in the Python script?
I'm hacking the mainframe of the other insurance companies and mess with their numbers.
So you're
make ours better.
Yeah. So you're the guy that hacks other companies so that they know how to be secure.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. It's my primary job.
And you call yourself a software engineer.
Software developer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't reached that.
I haven't reached the engineer point. Yeah. I've only been there like a year now, so you got to be there 10 years.
Is that actually true?
No.
Okay.
We have developers, and then we have architects would be the next level up, and then like senior architects or like, I guess infrastructure guys.
Right. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I think we have another guest here today. We could introduce him, but I actually don't. I think he just walked in. I don't actually know what his name is.
Howdy there.
he just came in and he's got a big glass of whiskey right now, and it's kind of stinky. He's kind of stinking up the room right now. But please tell us who you are.
My name is Thomas Euler.
Thomas Euler.
Thomas Euler.
Does that pertain to oil at all, or?
Well, you'd be right. And I just want to say before we start here, I want to get out of the way. I'm a big fan of Tim the Toolman Taylor. I grew up on Tim the Toolman Taylor. He's an inspiring figure. I don't know who this Tim Allen you're talking about is, but I know Tim the Toolman Taylor. It's a nice documentary.
So you are you a fan of the Detroit area then, because you enjoy the show?
Fan of what?
Where are you from?
I'm a Texas man.
Texas man.
I'm a Texas man. And you'd be damn right. I'm in oil.
Guns got
I'm in oil.
So your last name is Oil, and you are in oil?
Incorrect. My last name is Euler. Euler. Big confusion.
Yeah.
My family's actually got nothing to do with oil traditionally, but I'm Exxon Mobil. I'm a big man in Exxon Mobil.
Are you the biggest man?
I'm one of the biggest men in Exxon Mobil.
Some big money in that.
There is. We've had a downturn with the spills. Lots of spills.
Yeah, what's the most recent spill that we've had?
Oh, well, just yesterday, we had a large spill.
So that's a pretty big deal. I haven't heard anything about it. Is this breaking news right now?
Not breaking news. We tend to cover this up quite nicely.
But you're on a random podcast right now?
Well, no one ain't going to be listening to this. We all right.
All right, that's good to us.
We could leak it right now.
WikiLeaks.
No one ain't going to believe
we
you,
do.
son.
We do release this on WikiLeaks.
Oh, all right. Well, I hope I didn't just get myself in. It's fine. I have a backup job, but it's fine.
Is this... oh, you got a backup job.
I do have a backup job. Let's stick to oil for now. We can maybe get into my other job in a few minutes. The oil's very important to me.
You like segmenting the conversation? Okay.
I do.
So, how often do these oil spills happen? Is this...
Oh, well, how often do you think these happen?
Well, there's the ones we know about in the news, and then there's the ones that...
Right. So in the news, every 3-4 years maybe you hear about an oil spill. Well, we had one yesterday, and the week before, and the week before, and then twice the week before that.
Oh boy!
So it's less of a oil spill event and more of a oil spurting, constantly filling up the ocean sort of situation. Yeah.
So, how much of the ocean, if you had to estimate, because you got the industry inside knowledge going on, right? So, how much would you estimate of the ocean is actually polluted by oil? If this is happening,
how much of the ocean is oil and how much of it is water?
Or you don't pay attention to that because you don't think like the environment. Once it's gone in the water, it's gone, right?
It's not important to me. It's more an issue as far as what we have lost. As far as profits. Water going out into the ocean. I would say at this point, at least 60% of the ocean is oil.
Oh, wow.
60%. Yep.
A little more than I expected.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of on the low estimate. So.
Well, they say. What do you think about the trend of moving towards wind energy and solar energy?
Well, you. That's a good question. That's a very fine question, and quite literally why I have a second job. I'm a bit worried. But my second job is mostly for fun.
Right. Wait, what's your second job?
Well, so I'm from Texarkana, Texas, and if you on the
good tacos over there.
I don't eat none of that. I don't eat none of that.
What do you eat?
I eat corn on the cob. I eat chicken. I eat American foods. Mashed potatoes. And whiskey. A couple of cigars here and there. Anyway, on the corner of First Street and Ellis Road, I work at that Kentucky Fried Chicken there.
So your side job is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And but oil is your main.
Yeah, I'm just a part-timer. More freelance even.
Right. Freelance
at Kentucky Fried Chicken. they give me a call.
What are those 10 spices and herbs?
I cannot disclose that.
Well, what do you think would be more breaking news if you disclose these oil spills or if you disclose the 10 herbs and spices from KFC?
I think the 10 herbs and spices would be a lot more surprising to folks. And I would lose my part-time job.
Surprising bad or surprising good?
Well, I can't say, but not good. Not good.
Okay.
I would say, listen, personally, and I'm not saying this is a fact, but 9 out of the 10 spices is MSG. MSG.
MSG. Well, I mean, there could be worse things. Well, you could use that KFC oil, and you could put in some cars.
We've been talking. We've been having talks. This is a possibility for sure.
So, Richard, what do you think about all this? The oil spills and then the Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, I don't know. This has me worried.
You still haven't explained why you're here in this room.
Yeah.
Well, there was just a sign out front that said "Open Invitation."
I forgot about that.
Well,
I feel like you couldn't have had a better person stumble into this.
It's true, yeah. I mean, we were having a really good conversation before this, but
yeah, well,
Well,
I did hear about the Tim the Toolman Taylor part.
Yeah, I saw
that when you walked in.
That was right when I walked in. I heard Tim the Toolman Taylor. I said, "This is a room for me."
You take a lot of his tips, use them in your own residence.
Yeah, I do. Home improvement. I mostly hire it out. You know, I work in oil.
So I hear.
I work in oil. So, you know, I got money, and like I said, I do the KFC thing mostly for fun.
Is that how they say it in the industry? The oil?
That's how I say it. That's how I say it.
Does anyone else at your job say it that way?
I don't tend to interact with other employees at my job. So what I do is, okay. So you got the bathrooms at the KFC.
Yeah.
And so this is why I'm freelance. You know how so there's water going into the tank. You need the tank to fill up, and then you flush the toilet.
Yeah.
And you need that water pressure to rinse out the toilet. Currently, the toilets can rinse out, but they ain't getting water in. They ain't getting water into the tank. So it's my job to call me in if they need me, if they're a little busy. And so I fill up a 5-gallon bucket, and I sit there in the bathroom, and I fill up the tanks with water.
Wait, at KFC?
At KFC, that's my job.
The only thing you do at KFC?
That's what I do.
But so you don't know anything about the 10 different spices?
I wouldn't say it's the only thing I do, but yeah, I'm not really too connected with the kitchen there.
Yeah. Which job do you like more? Do you like the...
To be quite honest with you, I like filling up the toilet tanks. Like I said, I do it for fun. They don't even pay me.
I think because the oil is you're polluting the earth, but with the toilet you're cleansing.
Right, and yeah, they don't pay me. I just kind of come in with my own 5-gallon bucket and sit there by the sink.
So you kind of are like an environmentalist in a way. You just kind of a
flawed
person.
I don't know about that, but you know.
I have an important question about that.
Yeah.
Do you stay in there while someone's in the bathroom and wait to fill it?
Right in the stall.
Right in the stall.
I stay in the stall.
Yeah.
But I also hand out mints. I got colognes.
Oh, sort of like an attendant.
In a way, in a fashion.
What would be your official title?
Tips? My official title?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not exactly on payroll, so I don't have an official title.
That's true.
They might not even know I'm there, to be quite honest with you. I just bring in my own 5-gallon bucket, so it works out.
So you didn't even supply you with your own 5-gallon bucket.
I had to bring my own tools, and that's fine.
You get to write that
an electrician brings his own tools to the job.
So if you didn't get a job at KFC, you just move on to the next one. They'll let you fill buckets of water in toilets.
I'm sure somewhere there's also toilets that ain't being filled themselves.
Right.
So they need someone to fill them.
So, but regular toilets don't need filling, right?
Right.
So you worried that you could be edged out of the market once all the toilets get fixed?
Well, I'm not too worried. When I went to KFC, the toilets were working properly. So I just went back there and I turned off the water there, turned off the water nozzle behind them, and so I've kind of created my own market. And I'm a
self-made man.
I'm an oil. So, thank you, I appreciate that, son.
So
you're a good man. You're a good man.
Thank you.
So these bathrooms, women's, men's, all of them?
Mostly women's. Mostly in women's bathrooms. So yeah.
And is that a perk for you, or is that?
It is nice. It is nice.
What's nice about it? It's just it smells like urine.
Well, I kind of have a thing.
Another side business.
No, I got a thing for that.
I got a little fetish.
I got a thing for urinating and extricating.
No shame in that.
So that kind of matches up with oil a little bit. The dirty.
With oil?
Yeah, oil.
Oh, thank you, son. Yeah, it does. It does. I like the filthiness. I like it filthy.
Yeah, I think I saw somebody in the bathroom recently filling up. I walked in, somebody just walked out, but it seemed like it was freshly filled. Was that? Did you do that for?
Were you at the KFC on First Street and Ellis Road? I believe that's what I said previously.
No, I was at the KFC in the 2nd Street and for Dunnigan Avenue.
Oh, for Dunnigan, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
2nd Street.
Somebody else is filling up the toilets over there.
Really?
You got some competition.
God damn it! I'm going to go over there and talk to him.
Or her.
Yeah, or her.
It was in the men's bathroom.
True. It was in a men's bathroom?
Well, assuming Graham went to the men's bathroom.
Did you go in the men's?
I went to a men's bathroom.
Did you go in the men's? Are you sure? We typically tend to go in the women's.
We could have a flip-flopper here.
If they're in the men's bathroom, I don't mind. Someone's got to fill that role.
But
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much does this job pay?
Well, like I said, I ain't on payroll.
Yeah, this is a passion.
This is a passion project of mine. I take tips. I typically get tips for...
These women tip you once
for the mints.
Shitting and pissing.
Yeah, and I do bring cologne, so they usually don't like that. They prefer like a perfume. It's a very musky cologne, like a 60-year-old man. It's my own personal cologne, actually.
You make it yourself?
How old are you?
I make it myself.
Oh.
I think it's quite obvious. I'm in my later years, but still moving strong.
Were you?
I'm 58.
Were you as a young man? 58. Okay. Were you as a young man? Were you interested in this kind of fetish before, or was it something you grew into?
Well, yeah, I would say so. I used to, back in school, even back in elementary school, I would hang out in the women's bathroom, mostly just shooting the shit, having a good time, smoking a cigarette here and there. But then I would also, I would peek under the stalls.
So I imagine people must get very upset about you being in a women's bathroom and doing this. So are you cross-dressing? Are you trying to blend in and?
No, I'm being pretty brazen.
You make it sound like you get a lot of tips out of this.
Well, no, I mean, a good day, like 8 hours of filling toilets, I probably make like $300 or $400.
Wow.
Is that a lot of money? I'm an old man, so I don't quite know. I'm out of touch.
Do you even know how much is in your bank account? You just pay for stuff and it just
works
works out?
I ain't quite sure.
But as long as that oil keeps spilling that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I tend to get a lot of tips because ain't nobody want to leave a floater in the toilet, And so
it's true.
My water.
Yeah. Richard, do you ever leave floaters in there?
In a public restroom, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because I didn't have this type of man help me out fixing the toilet.
So you'd be an advocate.
And don't plan on having me because I ain't being in no men's bathroom.
Yeah. I need the women version.
Could you be paid otherwise? Could you be paid enough to be in the men's bathroom?
Yeah, if I double tipped.
Money ain't a problem for me. Like I said, this is a passion project.
He's an oil.
I don't know if I said it before, but I'm an oil man.
Yeah.
So what do you do on the weekend?
On the weekend? What do I do on the weekend?
I guess we already answered that, maybe.
Yeah, well, no, I work all on the weekends. The weekdays is when I'm in the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, so really the Kentucky Fried Chicken is more full-time.
40 hours a week.
Than
8
the
hours
oil.
A day, 5 days a week, yeah.
Wow.
So you're working a lot. This is a lot of hours. It must be passionate. For you to get... So this is probably why some of the more spills are happening, because you're only putting 2 days of your week into...
It's quite possible. And that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make,
You see all those penguins with the oil on them and the little birds. You got to clean them off.
Yeah, well, that's life. You gotta break a few eggs if you want to make an omelet. That's what I say. So...
Literal eggs.
Yeah, actual eggs. Yeah.
Well, that leads into a pretty important question that I think we're all wondering. What do you actually do at the oil company?
What do I do with the oil company?
Yeah.
If
you're so important, then maybe these spills are caused by the lack of your presence.
Well, I'm the majority shareholder in ExxonMobil.
Yeah.
I own 51% of the company, and I am sitting CEO.
Oh.
I feel like we should have heard it. I'm gonna look up the CEO. You said
not quite important to me.
Did I ask you your name yet?
Yes, my name is Thomas Euler.
I'm gonna look up the.
I believe that is what I said previously.
Yeah. CEO.
It's hard to forget.
Jamie looked that up.
Oh wait, no, you don't have to. Don't look it up. No. You don't have to look that up. You don't have to look it. No, please.
Is your real name Darren Woods?
Oh, God damn it. Okay, well, all right.
It's a striking resemblance.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it.
My name ain't Derek though. I know that looks like me, and that's why I said this. But if I'm being honest with y'all, I'm just a lowly factory worker at ExxonMobil. Yeah. I just work on the.
Well, the way you're sitting on that chair right now, you look like you're like nerd.
I was not expecting this. It's quite rude, quite honestly. For you to look that up.
I'm really glad this is all fake because this is insider. You could have broken the bubble on this ExxonMobil. Maybe they are.
Oh no, there's still quite as many as spills. That's happening.
Really tight.
Yeah, that is still happening. Oh, God damn you.
So it's a little less interesting. The person you are is a factory worker, then also perv on the.
Well, that's one way to put it. That's a little disrespectful, quite honestly, to your guest. That's one way to put it.
Well, you're not my guest. Richard's my guest. You walked in.
Well, there's a piece of paper on the outside of the room.
Yeah, you did put that up.
I did. Yeah, this is very interesting. I haven't met somebody who claimed to be a CEO before and then said they were just a lowly factory worker. I like how you put lowly in there. You don't really have much confidence in yourself.
Well, honestly, I don't feel powerful when I'm at work. I don't feel powerful. But when I go to KFC and I'm in that bathroom and I got my 5-gallon jug of water, I got my mints, I got my my cleaning wipes, I got my cologne, that's where I feel powerful.
Do you have a girlfriend at all?
Well, in a sense of the word, sure.
What does that mean?
Well, I got a pillow
Oh my God.
in the shape of a woman. I got a pillow, and she's quite it's quite shapely.
Is it covered in toilet water?
Covered in toilet water.
Oh, really? I guess I guess that's a very specific thing, right?
It's covered in toilet water.
Almost like I cherry picked that for you.
It's covered in toilet water, and various other things. Semen.
What's her name?
What's her name?
Yeah.
Her name's Margaret.
Margaret.
Yeah.
And
she's a good woman.
You don't ever, when you're in these women's bathrooms, you don't ever ask somebody out, say, hey,
I think that would be inappropriate. I'm on the job.
Yeah, but they know you're an employed man. You have a.
Yeah, but I just got scruples. I got values. I got principles.
You could run the same lie of CEO and.
Yeah, well, I approach a relationship honesty. I tell her my pillow every night. What I've been doing, I tell her, I've been filling up toilets and watching women.
And then you fill up her.
And then I fill up her, yes. I wouldn't have said it in such a brazen way like you did, but it's a bit more romantic than that.
Yeah, you guys go on dates?
Yeah, I took her to P.F. Chang's the other day.
She likes P.F. Chang's?
She's a big fan of P.F. Chang's. We get all the appetizers.
All the appetizers?
She don't like Pei Wei. She don't like Pei Wei. She's just a P.F. Chang's kind of gal.
Yeah, Pei Wei is pretty specific.
Pei Wei, they're partner companies. And,
yeah. Is your pillow Asian?
No, that's a little racist, if I would say so myself.
Well, it's not his question.
Woman. She's a Southern woman.
Does she clean up toilets in other men's bathrooms?
She don't do anything. She's a goddamn pillow. She's a pillow. She can't do anything.
I'm really trying to get to the root of it. I think you're just calling this woman a pillow, but she's really a human being that you're just objectifying.
Yeah. Well, my psychiatrist says I got some problems.
So there's either two issues. Either one. It could be you're insane and you're going to these PF Chang's, you're talking to a pillow and you're eating all the food, pretending she's eating all the food, or your real girlfriend is not a pillow, and her name's actually a pillow.
Well, that's a good guess. Both those is wrong, actually. She is a pillow, but she don't talk. I talk for her, you know. It's that kind of relationship, you see. I hold the power. I wear the pants.
Big power guy.
Because being at the factory and cleaning up toilets, you got to have some moment where you feel like you're in power.
Exactly. The toilets make me feel empowered. That's usually where I get my fix. But at home...
So, are you just filling up these toilets? You just rock hard the entire time?
I'm rock hard. I'm blasting loads all over.
You got a playlist going on for this too?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's you know.
What kind of music?
You know, True.
No.
True. I don't quite.
That's very informative. Singing informative. Really gave me a good chance.
If someone out there knows the song True, it's an 80s song.
I would have figured you for a Rascal Flatts man.
I know it. No.
Your audience might be a little too young for this.
Listen, I'm 58, all right? I lived through the 80s. So,
yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
I've been doing toilets for 30 years now.
I would have figured you for more of a Rascal Flatts man or
Yeah, I ain't no fan of Rascal Flatts.
Okay. Oh, okay. What were you saying?
I ain't a fan of Rascal Flatts.
No, before that, when you're getting into something else.
I had a bad run-in with him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I met him a couple weeks ago.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, it was it is fresh.
Wow.
It is a fresh pain.
Open wound.
He came into the KFC bathroom, which I know what you're thinking, it's a women's bathroom. Well, he came in.
Wow.
And I told him, this ain't no place for you.
But it is for you.
Well, of course. I mean, I work there, I told him ain't no place for you, and he insisted on being in there. It was just a bad experience all around.
So you said, I don't mean to get you off topic, but
sure.
This made me think of another thing you said. You said when you fill these toilets with water, you have like an operation going on. Is that an operation as in like, cameras or?
I wear a body cam.
You wear a body cam.
But that's for the comfortability of the customer. If anything bad happens, that'll be reported straight to the police. I don't touch nobody. That's very important to me. I ain't touching nobody. But then there's also a series of other cameras I have set up around the room for my own personal use. Yes.
Okay. So if they get subpoena you for the footage, do you give them the body cam and the other cams?
Other cams. Did I mention other cams? It's just the body cam. There ain't gonna be no record of the other cameras.
So maybe the real floaters in the toilet are just the GoPros that are just trying to get sucked down.
Yeah, that's quite possible. Yeah. I gotta reposition them facing upwards every time.
Dirty job.
Oh, what a life you live.
Well, thank you for that.
Richard, this makes your job seem a little more.
A little boring, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could open your own bathroom operation.
Yeah. I could maybe start on the weekends and then eventually flip-flop to that schedule where I'm in the bathrooms on the weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
Better watch yourself, boy.
I'll stay on my own territory.
You best.
I won't be making my way to Texas.
Okay. If you come anywhere near Texarkana, you're going to have problems.
I don't want that.
Well, I'm glad we could have you on today. Glad you walked in.
Yeah, well, I got to get going. I got toilets to fill.
Yeah, I'd shake your hand, but I really don't feel like I should.
That's a little rude, quite honestly.
But you got toilet water on there. I'm sure.
Well, they are a little wet.
Yeah,
I'm dripping head to toe right now.
They're still drenched.
They are.
Yeah. You got a little splash on Richard too.
Yeah, that was disgusting earlier.
That. But you're a great guy.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
That's a good sound effect you have for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it again.
Well, I gotta get going. It was I wouldn't say a pleasure speaking with you boys, but a nice surprise to my day. I just saw the sign.
I'm glad we learned more about toilets, and I thought I learned something about oil, what I really didn't at the end of the day. So
You're talking about oil?
yeah, I want to thank you, but
I'm an oil man.
you're okay. Yeah.
So I hear.
I'm an oil man. My name's Thomas Oiler. Listen, boys, it was a pleasure, but I gotta get going now. Those toilets ain't gonna fill themselves.
Of course.
So you have a good one.
That's a quote to live by.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bye.